So the landscape for the cloud data providers and all of the analytical tools and pieces that go with that is changing so rapidly. How do you stay up to date with that? And what do you look for that's the most important that will bring additional value to your customers?
Yeah, so we have an agreement here with Axcess with Gartner. I use them sometimes for white papers. I read a lot of white papers read a lot of CDO forums. And also with my relationship with Snowflake and Fivetran, they have a lot of informational type meetings and who's doing what. These different customers are doing this. And with Snowflake, they've got a lot of different partners that they utilize that helps doing self-service or different ways of loading data or reporting. So right now, I'm trying to focus on self-service. How do we grow the company into understanding data without having to hit my department all the time? Is really making that data available in an understood and agreed upon manner, but let the business go and kind of get that data in a way that's easily ingestible to them instead of relying on my group to somewhat be the bottleneck and get that information with them. So, like everything, read the internet a lot. LinkedIn helps me. I'm in a lot of user groups and a lot of forums. And then, of course, Gartner helps with big decision making if we need it.
Absolutely. Yeah, the networking is key as well. So you mentioned, data ingestion. I'm sure, as I mentioned earlier, that you've been around for over 25 years as an organization. How have you overcome the challenges of having multiple data sources, legacy applications, third-party data, all the different sources that you got to go to? What kind of challenges and how'd you overcome those?
Yeah, so the challenges that I ran into in previous companies led me to my Fivetran journey. In previous companies, really the bottleneck was to get the data from the source into the target. Where the company I was working, it took 2 to 3 weeks just to get it prioritized for the different types of data to even start to get coding. And once it was going to get coded, that took another 2 to 3 weeks to an ad or whatever. So, and that's only if you're doing a Oracle SQL Server, just similar or very not hard technologies. If you start looking at Salesforce or Google BigQuery or S3, that type of data, that's a whole different level of technology that you have to have APIs and everything. So with Fivetran, I've eliminated the need to really have to understand how to go into these sources and pull it out. If Fivetran has a connector with them, we go ahead and utilize them. And it's just really, again, just configure it and it just does a source target and away we go. So if I try to do that model of having 10 to 15 developers using an ETL tool to code every type of mapping, I would not be with my company. They just wouldn't, I wouldn't be where I'm at. So it's really speed to market to get that information available instead of trying to get that information available. So again, my job is to make sure analysts and the business is looking at data and analyzing it instead of creating it and trying to get it. So
very good. Excellent. In your role as the data executive, we all know that's a transformational type position, and you are affecting a lot of change within the organization, which is critical for you as an organization, Axcess Financial, to have a competitive advantage with your external competitors. What do you do, or how do you evangelize and affect change within your organization to get people aligned? It sounds like your role was somewhat of a new organization or a new role within the organization. And what kind of challenges have you had making that happen?
What we've done in the past in this company is like every company has done, right? Create your own databases, silo data, create a report in Excel, send that report out into an email. That email gets sent out, changed, manipulated. So one thing I told Axcess when I came in is I'm not going to try to just come in and tell people what to do. It's a journey, and you have to work with the business and you have to be partners. So if you come in and tell people this is how it's going to be done, like anyone, it's human nature not to want to do that. But if you partner with them and make them feel like they're part of the solution, which they are, then it goes a lot better.
So you
Again,
paint the vision and show them what the outcome will be, and focus on how do we get there to get them to buy in.
Yeah, you get small wins. If you get small wins, you gain trust. You gain trust, it goes out. So currently, we're 100% in Snowflake. We've eliminated a lot of the old technology servers, SQL Server, Oracle, of where they used to do the reporting. We've sunset those, and all the reporting is currently coming out of Snowflake. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's 100% to me. There's probably 98% somewhere, and there's I'm sure other people are still there's some small percentages out there, but the whole company, our CEO in the past during an all hands meeting mentioned Snowflake 6 times as this is the way of the future for the company. So
wow, that's impressive. Yeah.
Good. That's good. Yep.